it is Lord Hair, where I am streaming some Unity, the 2D 4X video game creation here. I'm streaming. This is the first time I've actually streamed on this new Twitch account, and I'm gonna export it to a new YouTube account, which I exported all my other stuff, and originally they didn't. I don't know. They didn't have sound, so I had to re-download them. I had to find some crazy fucking command line program to download YouTube files, because otherwise they come out as shit. I don't know. Anyway, so hopefully this will be an easier process. It's kind of a huge pain in the ass, but we'll see. I also. I have music. I was turning music on. I hope you guys can't hear it because I don't want to have issues. I also, when I went to start streaming, I haven't streamed in 9 days of any creation, and so I can't remember anything, but there was a Unity update. And so we're on 2022.2.2 F1, and you know me, it's good for the geese is good for the gander. So I said, I'm going to always be on the cutting edge of the Unity until the game's like 3/4 done. I feel like it's worth keeping on the cutting edge until later, because you're going to run into other problems when things are going to go bad. I've mentioned this 1,000 times. That's my theory. There is one package update. I don't use JetBrains Writer. I don't know. Maybe it's amazing. I've seen some advertisements for it. I've never seen anyone genuinely say anything. I also put a chat thing up in the window and hope that worked. I tried that in my other stream too, in my video game stream, and this will link back and forth. If you go to one, you'll see the other. But anyways, so here we go. Oh, also this updated. I don't know what version we're on here. Let's play the game. Play it. And I also got, we have some list things. So the army timer is what we're working on right now. We're gonna fix this bug. That probably will be fixed, and then the movement. So that's the goal. And I guess I left it in a buggy state, which is something I don't ever like to do. But I think I was streaming for like 3 hours and was getting tired. So let's make sure this is streaming to the right shit. It is. Everything is great. All right, so all it does right now is you can click on stuff, and you can try to create an army, and it won't let you because you don't own this province, but we own this one. So we'll create an army, and then this is bugged out. You're supposed to be able to click on this, and then you have right-clicked on an army. Oh, you know what it does? This is Tillamook over here. You right-click Tillamook. This is Portland. That's weird. Let's see what this is, because I can't believe I left this in a bug state, but I hate doing that. I don't know why I would have. Well, no, I know why, but I was probably exhausted. There's a point when you're programming where you just got to take a break. I was talking about this before. I want to be able to see the console, is why I did it this way. So that's Portland. That's Tillamook. Let's do it on Portland since Portland's smaller. And start timer false. I wonder, what is this? What is this debug log I put in here? We have a value cannot be null. We'll figure that out immediately. Yeah, we'll fix these bugs. What are we doing here? I think part of this bug is, let's go back. It was actually right here. Let's do this first. We need a thing here, though. All right, bug hunting right when you start is not the plan, but I had a feeling. I knew we had to fix one bug, but I forgot about this other one. I didn't put up my stats. Usually it's fine. This is supposed to look like that. We'll figure out what this null thing is here. Oh, I think that's when you don't select an army. Yeah, so this timer's going now. So this is, the issue is when I put this in something, I fucked something up when I put this in. I think it's this new line. I was trying to make it, I made that, well, we can't see it right now. I made that text gigantic because I was having a hard time reading it. And then I added this thing in. We don't need that. And I think that is the issue is let's do it this way instead. Is just for this test. And save that puppy. I don't know why Unity, I guess because they're both black. Unity and OBS look very similar. Yeah, moving everything over from one YouTube and account to another was surprisingly difficult. I was quite shocked. Let's create this thing. Current time. It's interesting, this went to 2. Well, wait. The timer shouldn't actually start until well, start timer false. We select this puppy. Oh, you know, there's another bug I just saw. So that's where it's supposed to really be doing the timer. Okay, so let's go back. We need both these things in here. We don't need to show both of them. Oh, wait, I think the reason why I was showing both of them. All right, so why doesn't let me get this out of here. Why is it? It's the new line, I think, is when shit gets bugged. Because we know both sides of that worked. I should probably write down what that bug that I saw was. I already forgot what it is. My memory is terrible. I'm not even like warmed up for streaming. I thought I was, but I'm not. I've been wanting to work on this because I keep thinking of like new ideas. Oh, I remember what the bug is. Yeah, like this new line. So the start timer, yeah, it's the man, that is hard to read. I need to like opaque something there. What happens if we don't do a new line? What are all these commas for? Do I have too many commas? I'll have to look it up. You know me and looking stuff up. We might use Chat GPT too tonight. I don't know. It's way less useful than it seemed the first day. Man, if you're not patient here, you get issues. Yeah, the reason why I don't like leaving bugs right off the bat is because you can't remember. I have a hard time remembering. Yeah, I think this is all just done wrong. See, I didn't know what I was doing here. What do the commas do? What are the commas for? You know what? Let's do this. We know these things work. How are we doing? Let's see here. Let's just comment that out so we can go back. Oh. All right, so this is my thought process while we jump into this bug here is we'll just make 2 lines and then we'll have them different things, you know, different text things. But where are we getting this? Army timer looks like it's part of looks like we made that from the list. Let's go to our army list. Yeah, so we're gonna have to make 2 of those, which is kind of a bummer. It'd be easier if I just knew how to do this. Where are these? What is this? I just copied and pasted this from somebody else's code, and I think this is the problem. Maybe you put this all at the end? Where does it know? It must know because of these things. Let's try this. Let's just fuck around for a little bit here. The new line wasn't the issue. So plus, comma, other slash. Man, that is a constant question I get at my day job. Which slash do you mean? Plus this, comma, 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 comma. It doesn't like all these commas. See, I don't know, there's one. Oh, this was a plus before? Let's do this again. Let's go back to how this was. I need some reference here. Let's go back to the very beginning. Not that very, or this very beginning. Okay, so we don't, no, more very beginning. Okay, right here. So let's do it. Let's copy this. Let's put this here. Let's comment out that. And what I'm thinking. Okay, so after this thing, it's got to have a, wait, I'll cut this. No, I just control Z'd, not. I cut this thing. Cut. Let's just stick it over here temporarily. We don't actually need. We can just do this, I think. I don't need all these pluses. I don't like that. Let's see. Then we're going to need these things. Did I just figure this out, or am I doing something stupid? Let's see. It's a common thing I do is I don't know what I'm doing, so this is how I guess I could look it up, but sometimes it's easier, and then I'll probably remember it forever. Well, not forever, for like 2 weeks. So that works. But we lost our timer counting. Hours till arrival. This should be local hours. Should be. Should add a 2 on there. That's the whole thing is we want to show like when it's gonna get there versus when it's a, so that's what we're trying to do. So originally I had it just as a timer and that was working, but then I wanted it to say, you know, what the current time is versus the, oh, you know what the issue we got another thing going on here. We have this, I fucked this up somehow because I wanted to, man, Big Country is playing. Let's fix that. Billy Idol's next. Come on. I'm like I'm not against it. It just I'm not. That's not the programming music I need. Uh, yeah. So what happened was last time I was so this is what I thought we were gonna be working on first thing before I noticed that bug. Last time, well, I was trying to make this not be an update. That was the whole goal. And I think this works. I keep doing that. I think this works. And we're just gonna stick it in there. We're gonna put a note that just says like, hey, there's got to be a better way to do this. Start timer is false. Start timer should be true, but the timer's not going. Yeah, this is why I hate. This is why I hate. Coming back after 9 days to code because I can never remember. If not first run, what is the fuck is that? Why did we put that in there? I say we. I'm always referencing we in this. Because it's just in case people help, and people have helped. Somebody helped me with an array, and I'm actually going to update the README to say that because I think this is going to be kind of a joint project because people are going to have to help me because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So where is this start thing? Where did I lost what we were doing here? Start timer equals true. What the fuck is this thing? Okay, so in the list we have a. I'm like shouting in the list. God damn it! We have something called start timer. Okay, and that's saying if it's true or false there. God damn, dude. Why did I why did I do this? This is like half done. Thanks for this tip, past Josh. You fucking idiot. if not first run, I remember why I was doing that, because it was some fucked up thing. So the first time it's going to do this, I don't know why we were worried about that though. Then it's going to set this, the army canvas is going to be set to true, and then it's going to do this, which is now looking in the right direction, but it's not counting because it's not an update. So if timekeeper forever counter is less than or equal, oh, am I just not waiting long enough for the time to fucking go off? That could be it. We didn't want it to happen all the time. That was what we were working on last time. Man, that is hard to see. This would, do we want to, how long do we have to wait? I don't remember. We'll wait till this ticks off though. Okay, that didn't do shit. I have to decode my own code. What the fuck, man? Why did I do this to myself? Okay, so army timer, if not first one. Why did I do this part? We're just gonna stick that down there for a second. What the fuck is this? Not first run. Need to put better comments in my code. So it's gonna do all of this stuff all the time. That's what we're gonna do here. It's like, yeah, 9 days. I keep blaming my 20 years of alcoholism, and it's probably that. Okay, so now it's going, but this one shouldn't go up. Okay, that's what the not first run thing is. Okay, so this is all fucked up. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so the idea behind that is that wait, what is the idea behind that? Okay, the idea behind that is it's going to set, okay, this is a terrible name for a variable as well. Not first run. Why don't we just do this? Why don't we name this something that isn't so fucking stupid to start with? We're going to name this set local. No, we're going to call this gets time to no, this is a bool. Is time to destination set. That's a shitty variable as well. If that is, wow, fuck. I didn't hit enter. Rename. Is time to destination set. Enter. Okay, false. So at the beginning, is the time to the destination set. So it's gonna start out as false. I think bools always start out as false. So it's gonna be like, hey, is this set? Well, then this stuff equals this stuff. This is the start, and we get the plus hourly arrival, which we're just right now we're just saying it's gonna take 2 hours. So then, yeah, I like bailed out like part way through this. This is like half done, just like this idiot earlier said. Okay. So this works. We can get rid of this shit. And this shit. Okay, so the first time it runs, so this should be false. You know what? Let's just debug log it just in case. Maybe that's part of the issue. What is this thing called? Get that shit out of here. I can't read it with that shit in my way. Is time to destination set. I mean, I'm almost positive that bool start is oh, why did I name it that too? I got a issue here. This isn't camel whatever, camel script or camel I forget what it's called. Okay. Let's save this. Let's make sure that that is not part of our issue. What do you want? Yeah, you do need that, huh? No, you don't. What are you complaining about? Um, okay. We need another one here. Need another one here. There we go. KD, save. Control K, Control D. No, Control K, D, save. That resets your formatting. So in this scenario, this should be this top one is set, but then this should be continuing to be updated, but it's not. That sets it to true. So the first time it runs through, oh wait, we didn't even look at if my debug code did anything. It started out as false as we wanted. Okay, so the first time you run it, it's going to go through, it's going to set these things, which they're the same, but then this stops working. Checks every minute. That gets set for true. Wonder why this turns this off. Because we only want this to update one time. Then we want these things, local hours, local minutes. They shouldn't update at all. And these should be updating, but they're not getting. Army timer is in here. Are we not waiting long enough again? It says minutes. Remember we fucked something up over here. You know, I haven't started the timer yet though. If I click on this thing and click on this thing, this should still be +2 though. It is hard as fuck to see that. This should be 2 hours ahead. And it's not doing that. So we got some other issue going on here. Let's jump the timer really fast and see if any of these things change. Start timer true. Like what half-ass shit? Why did I save that? God, I'm just complaining about myself, my past self. Time till arrival. These probably should be backward or the other way around. Honestly, current time. But okay, so when I put this thing back in here, they stop. You know, we could do this. I don't know why that would matter. It's probably my poor knowledge of how if-else statements work is working. What's happening there? Last check neck time equals timekeeper forever. Let's see here. I'm going to use this one down here. Okay, that still doesn't do shit. So what the fuck am I doing wrong here? Well, first, okay, let's do this one at a time. So we got a number of issues here. And I'm trying to like fix them all at once, which is not how you do it. You got to break it down into small pieces, and that's what I'm always saying. So the first issue we got is this is supposed to have this, and this should be local hours should be 2 hours ahead. Oh wait, this might solve both issues. Is this pulling this? Like, is this going to each one? I don't know how these things work. All right, so first off, or both of them pulling timekeeper minutes, well, they would go up then. So, but that's the thing is timekeeper minutes isn't supposed to go up. I mean, timekeeper minutes are supposed to go up. This is what's happening, is this is just printing out the wrong shit. I would bet. I'm almost positive now. So first off, let's put this. Let's figure out what this is. I'm almost positive, though. Local hours. This should be 2. It should be, we'll do this, actually. Before and after. Actually, I want these spaces. I'm very, very picky about this. Okay, so this is going to tell us what the if is the hours till arrival the +2 getting added to these hours, because that's one issue. We're gonna get that issue first. Then we will be able to. Okay, so local hours is 0 and it's 2. Okay, so this would have been 0 because we click this at 0. So let's click this at, when that gets to 3, we'll click it again, and it should be 5 then, if, I can do basic math. Okay, it's 5:09. Perfect. So that is working. The issue isn't, the issue isn't that our shit isn't working, is we're just displaying the wrong stuff. Timekeeper minutes is not being put here. So how does this work? I just, like I said, I copied and pasted that earlier, like into a different thing I was doing before. So let's look at C#. I'll bring this over. I should have make this like dark mode or something every time. Is there a dark mode in Fire? Here's dark mode right here. I'll make this dark mode so we don't get our eyes fucking blasted every time I bring this over. Okay. Let's go back from my settings here. We're going to go C#, time. The fuck is that? Formatting. How the fuck does this shit work? So I love just jumping in and trying to write code, copying shit, and then this is how I learn. Like, I can read books and stuff, but it doesn't help me as much. The thing that I think would be really useful if I took like a basic class was like the array thing. It's great. Like, I didn't quite understand how arrays work, so I just wrote them out of my mind. And that is not, wasn't the case because I needed one. String format. Comma DT. Oh, it's like a list or something. Hey, this is what happened to my dark mode. It is dark mode. Stack Overflow. All right, how the fuck does this work though? So on my code, I just have a bunch of zeros, and for some reason I'm 1 there. Why do I have a 1 there? There's probably a better. Year to date. Your to date. What's this guy's fucking question? I want to convert a C date time to. Oh, I just want to know the basics, man. Formatting. Date time format in C. Just tell me the basics, man. Date time dot now. Well, I don't want that though. I want okay, maybe it's formatting text. C# formatting text. Hey, wait. This is also what happened to my dark mode? The fuck, did I not save it? Okay, it's just certain pages are like no. All right. String method. Like, how are they bringing? Oh, good God. Dark mode. Fuck you. Okay. Start. Automatic. Refresh. Please. What is this? I think it was on automatic before. Oh my god. What is this garbage? What about now? Is this it just happens to be this shitty site? Is that what happened to me here? Good god. That can't be. I was just fucking around with that and then we got to this piece of shit. Okay, so like this, look at this person. String format temperature 0D. Where's the new line 111 degrees plus high? Why is he putting like a D in there? This is terrible. I don't want to look at this. We'll find a different one. That's the one. Hey, chat, let's do the chat bot. Let's see. I'm going to log in over here. Chat GPT login. Let's see. I have a feeling it's not. Oh, now this one's in dark mode over here. I don't know. Block. All my text went all tiny again because I have Unity. I ran Unity once. I feel like there's some stuff that they're just never gonna fix, like the text tiny issue. Okay. Okay. No previous conversations. Let's put this back over here. In C#, how do you format variables to time? Let's see how this works. Okay. A date time variable to a specific format. For example, format a date time variable called date to the format HHMSMM.SS. The fuck does that even mean? Date must be some sort of string time. Is that what are we doing over here? No, we're just filling in that thing. You can also use custom format can be found in the following. Hey, it wouldn't link as of a few days ago. It didn't have access to the internet. Custom. Okay, so maybe it helped me in this. I want to go back to dark mode, man. We're just gonna fuck around with dark mode. That's gonna be. It's gonna be 3 hours of me fucking around with dark mode. All right. Why is this so difficult for me? It's not probably difficult for anyone else. Date time. I guess it's not really even a date time though. I'm just tricking it. Can we just do this a different way? How does this look when I do it? I just copied, like I said, I copied someone else's code. Now I'm fucked myself because I never was trying to do it this in such a way. Okay, how does this thing look? Current time 0. It doesn't really look that great, honestly. Even in the current format, it just has another fucking 0 in front of it. All right, we're gonna do this differently then. My laziness will make this work. So local hours. What is this one that it's putting in there? You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it this way. Time to arrival. Plus. And we'll get rid of this shit. Oh, I already got rid of that shit. Plus. I mean, this is going to be ugly as fuck, but I bet you it works just fine. Plus local minutes. Get rid of this local minutes bullshit, or this thing, whatever that is. And then we're going to need another plus here. And then I'm just going to run it from here and we'll see what happens. We'll see how this looks. We will see. Oh, my music stopped. It's probably that stupid YouTube thing where it says like, hey, are you still listening? It is. All right, here we go. We have to hit play, though. Man, what a clusterfuck I gave myself. 216.3999 forever, huh? What, we got a float in here somewhere? Local minutes. Fucking floats, man. What was that? What video game was I recently playing? I was just recently playing a video game. I was streaming a video game where that happened. And, you know, then I, like, clicked another thing and it fixed it. But I think, can't we just parse this shit? Aren't they doing that, like, right here? Init.parse. But it's going to be like, no, you can't do that because I hate you. Can I convert from float to system read? Oh, why can't I do it over here? Does local minutes have to be a float? I don't think it does. Can we do it up here? It's probably going to give me that same error because I'm doing something wrong. But let's see. Whoops. Let's see what it says. System read-only span character. I guess this is a string that I'm converting to an integer. Okay, well, we'll just look it up. You know, sometimes they'll help you. If you hit Alt-Enter, they'll tell you, like, how do you fix this thing? And sometimes it's bullshit. Anytime, yeah, like that is bullshit. We're going to go back to our dark thing here. Convert C#, convert int to float. I just wanted to drop that shit off. Int, you can just do a cast. What the fuck is a cast? I don't know what that is. How do I use a float for, I need to use a float, but I don't need to use them in the code. How do I end up with a, I'm not sure how to end up with a float. Decimal, the same as int. Convert to single I. How about the other way around here? How to convert, why are they all that one direction? Is this how to convert int to float? Because that's what I Googled. Closed. First, there are integers and float point numbers. Integers are always whole numbers, such as, on the other hand, floats are a bunch of gibberish. You convert from int to float, you can do this. Int sum int equals 42. But you can't do this. Alright, I get it, because it's got all that shit at the end. The shit being numbers. The reason that the first conversion is possible, well, how do you do it, though? Is that the converting the integer to a floating does not change the number. It's a safe conversion. The second conversion is not allowed is that converting the floating point number to an integer. Why did I want it to be floats anyways? I think I needed it to be a float because it's counting. Like decimal points. What happens if we turn this just into an integer? Oh, well, this is a float here. Get rid of this crap. So I don't think that I'm trying to fix that. That's why it's a float. It's because this is a float. So okay, so we gotta actually do this. To convert between integers and floating point numbers, you can do this. Integer float equals some integer, perfect. But you can't do this. Got it. We already read that part. To can explicitly convert one type of number to another, you can use a cast. That's the parentheses before the number with the type of number that you want to convert it to. I was doing this in another thing, in another program. We do want to round it. Note that the fractional part of the float point number was dropped. You know, or do we even care? No, we do, because that was like a 0.999 something. It's as if between it's as if it has been rounded towards zero. If you want to round the floating point number to the nearest whole number, use the math round method. Okay, let's copy this. Some float. Yeah, so anyways, back to the schooling thing. I think, you know, definitely schooling would be very helpful to know what I'm missing out on, like this thing, like casting. I don't know what the fuck that is. But I feel like I'm too old to go to school. I feel like I would. I think this is better for me. Some float is going to be timekeeper dot minutes. You know, I wrote this though. Do we need this? Whatever. Math. It doesn't exist in the current context. Well, give it to me, baby. There we go. Convert cast from float to int. And why the fuck were we doing that? Oh, you said that it looked correct. It's like I forgot what the whole point of this was. Maybe I shouldn't have streamed tonight. Maybe my brain wasn't ready. So you know, up until the end of the year, I was working. I had like a ton of PTO. So, okay, so that works. Um, sort of. It works enough for our current goal. So I had like a ton of PTO. So I was working like, you know, between 3 and 1 day a week. And I've always been like pretty crazy about, you know, we could just leave this one like this and see what happens. Um, Pretty crazy about people need to work less. Like I don't think it's necessary for us to work 5 days a week. I think we should be working 4 days or 3 days a week. Uh, Anyways, so this is the back in, you know, January 1st, I'm back to working 5 days a week, and I am like destroyed afterwards. Well, that's nice and all that this is working, but this is wrong. This is like minutes first or some shit. So it should be 12. I was just curious if this would work, and it did work, but it's not where we want. So we'll just slam this shit into here. We'll just replace this how we kind of. I don't know what this one is. I don't know what the fuck I was doing here. Well, this will be timekeeper. So plus. And we'll just get rid of this shit. This doesn't need to be here. This does need to be here. Let's just put this down here so I have a reference of what the fuck I'm typing. We want this to be that. I don't know what I hit there. Plus, oh, this. Okay, no, we're fine. Plus timekeeper. Timekeeper is another script. Oh, so the issue is I have these backwards. Hours, minutes, and I had this shit backwards. Everything's gonna be fine. We will debug. All things will be debugged eventually. And you know, like there, when I first started programming, I was getting like this time, I was getting really frustrated sometimes, some days, and I mentioned this before. It took me like 6 hours to get the escape key to work. That was with Godot. Uh, and I've run into some other stuff. There's only been like one problem I can think of that I haven't gotten around. And my solutions may be shitty, but they work. um, so when I run into stuff like this, I don't feel like defeated. I just feel like, oh, I'll fix it. It might take a fucking eternity. Hey, look at that garbage. Um, Guess what we're gonna have to do? I cast this thing. Can I do this though? No. Can I? Oh, actually, No, we can't. So the reason why we can't use local minutes, I was thinking I'll just stick local minutes over here, is because we might have time durations that it takes to get. Well, we'll almost always have not all. Well, yeah, we might have time durations for where it's going to take. So what we're doing right now is we're just going to say, it takes 2 hours to walk from here to here, and but it might take 2 hours and 30 minutes. So this is this is the time that it takes to get there, and this is the current time. And once we get this formatting figured out, we'll put it so like when they equal the same, then something else happens, and that's when the actual like movement will happen. Uh, okay, so can I cast this? Can I just put this in here? Can I just go whatever? Math dot round. Like it's like, yeah, we're fine with that. We'll just do that. And where is it? Is it rounding up or down? Why is it a double? All these questions. All these questions, and I obviously don't know what I'm talking about. We'll get there. Yeah, so anyways, I don't get like demoralized. I just think, oh, this might take longer than I thought. And that's kind of part of the reason. I see. Like, what is going? Yeah, so this is actually that's what we want, but we don't see how that doesn't have a fucking zero in it. So now we're back to that original clusterfuck that we had, and that's gonna happen with these ones too. So now we have to goddamn fucking format this this thing. If only I understood anything that was happening. Okay. And I already got rid of all that stuff. I'm using it somewhere else, so we can dig it out of there to look at it again. Let's figure it out. Where is it's probably under timekeeper. I guess I would be wrong about that. Nope, here it is. So why is there a 1 here? Whoops, not cut. Copy there, buddy. Okay, let's put this here. So we need this to work in both spots. So I was like making progress, and then we're back to square one. So this thing, hours, what does this even mean? I'm like baffled here. So what happens if we do this? We're gonna do it over on this one though, because that one's more obvious. And we put a plus sign, plus this, and then, oh wait, let's do this first. Let's not pollute my code here. And then we'll do this. And then I was gonna do what now? Oh, I polluted my code. I got rid of this thing. With my timekeeper again. Then if we put this like right here, and then put a comma here. Let's put this new line down here. I don't think that new line, I think it should be like that. Okay, so so what happens in this point? So this format down here, I don't know why this 1's here. Somebody explain this to me. The fuck is this? I'm gonna ask the chat thing. Sometimes it explains stuff and it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. Where's my chat thing? New chat. What the fuck is the one in this code? Okay, the number 1 in that code is used as an index for the second argument passed to the string format method. The method takes a string format as its first argument, which contains placeholders for values, passes additional arguments to place. Oh my god, so the 1. So if I had used this thing originally, I could have done like, you know, 0, 1, 2, and 3, and it would have pulled this shit correctly, I think. I think that's what it's saying. I don't know. I gotta use it. Use it or I've been talking to like my coworkers and stuff who are also the same age as me, and maybe they also drink, but man, their memories are shot too. How does that like? I saw something about them testing. I think this is working. We gotta fix the one up there. Them testing rats. Yes, that is working. Mice. There was mice. Not testing. They were somehow de-aged some mice, and I need that. I need some of that de-aging stuff. I volunteer. I am ready to be de-aged. Okay, so let's fix this back. So wait. This I don't know. I like programming just because I've like how like my mind jumps around and I get to like think of new shit. Can we do this though with let's try to put this back. Because last time I had 0, 1 and then I made another copy of that. So what happens if we make a copy of this? I think what the chat bot was telling me was to do this. In fact, do we even need that other plus? I don't think. Hey, what are these slashes? Get those fucking slashes out of there. I didn't put those there. Okay, so if we do this and we say 0, 1, and then we say 2, 3. These need to be commas, though. This isn't going to work. This is going to turn into dog shit. We don't need this. And then plus, sure. This is not what I was originally thinking of. It's like a video game that is stressful. No, it's not stressful. I don't know what it is. It's something. Okay, I was looking at my screen over there. Okay, wait. I think I fucked it up. I think this should be 0 and 1 again because I have those pluses. I basically just made this. I quadrupled my work and accomplished less. But maybe I'll understand it now. Well, you know what? If I have this later to reference, my memory will help me here. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, my theory didn't work. So how do we do my theory here? What happens if we put this here and then go back to this theory? I didn't even finish reading that chat GPT thing. I just said, oh, I know what I'm doing. And obviously I didn't know what I'm doing, but now I know what I'm doing. Okay. Time till arrival, 2:15. Current time. So the current time is this going to match though? Does this match? Because we can just get rid of the current time. All that work for nothing. So let's wait until this is like 1 10 or something. There. Okay, it does match, and it adds that in there. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that current time in there. That's just gonna be. We'll put a note about this. Um, we're gonna say we can probably remove current time at some point, but right now for testing, let's leave it. Okay, so we have that counting down. All right. So the army timer goes, and then when the army timer, if else, we just we're not doing this right though. This is busted. I'm gonna take a break in a second here. We actually don't want this to start counting until. So currently it just goes off the minute like bam, it's going. We don't want that to start happening until we click on this and right click somewhere. So okay, I'm gonna take a quick break, but then that should be somewhat easy to add. Let me see if my break timer will work now that I changed some stuff. I fucked around. Oh, I didn't need to click that anymore. This thing is supposed to, there we go, it resets on its own. I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me pause my music. It's now everything's dark. All right, be right back. Okay. I need a raccoon cam, I'm calling it, that I can put up over here. Let me turn on my break timer. For when I'm outside and a raccoon comes running up to want to get food. Retro Swimmed, thank you for the follow. How's your night going? Okay, I got my music back on. Like it's because it only happens every once, like once a month a raccoon comes running. Like turn it. Oh, you can't see where I'm. It'd be like above the chat thing right here. All right. So basically, what we were doing for that part was this is not half done anymore. We can take that stupid comment out. Why did I write that comment? Okay, so the whole thing we were trying to do is not have this in update. So we were gonna do this thing, and I'm like struggling. I was trying to think like, can you do it with a getter setter or whatever? I don't know how to do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put, and I thought about it a bunch, and I couldn't think of a way to do it that it would matter. So I'm gonna leave it to someone else to like comment on my YouTube and be like, they'll be like, I'm just gonna ask for help. Somebody help me. I know there's we'll put it in here. We'll put it like right here. There has to be a better fucking way to do this. Better fucking way to do this so that it is not in fixed update. All right, but we're gonna do instead. We're gonna move on, man, because we'll get stuck on this problem forever, and it's back to the 6-hour thing. Like there is a point where you gotta move on and then come back to it later. Because later on I'll figure it out. It'll like pop into my head, or someone else will tell me. Though generally in the past, no one has been helping me. This time I have gotten help by people in chat. Oh, let me ban this person in chat. This is the first person I've gotten to ban. On this new account. And it didn't give me the report. I've got to report him. He is chat messages. Self-harm? No. Spam. Follower seller. You figure if you reported them and blocked them. Oh, it didn't print my chat in the chat thing. Well, there's probably something I fucked up. Anyways, the fuck were we talking about? Okay, so what we're gonna be doing though is we're gonna set this on. It's gonna be waiting an update for when the person clicks on the army units world map load dot armies. We can just I should just copy this shit. I got something going on. Dot. What is army selected? No, we don't need that one. We need is, what did we call it? What did we call it last time? We called it start timer. Where were we? Start timers right here. So we were testing it in here. If equals is equal to, come on, equal to true. I like to always put in my brain equal to true. Then we do this shit. Cut. Paste. There is a setting that I never noticed before in Twitch, where you can like not allow people to post in chat. CMT, thank you for the follow. But you can allow people not to post in chat if their account isn't verified or whatever. So maybe I'll do that because it is a weird thing. Like in my other channel, my Lord Haywire channel, I get the shady follower sellers quite regularly. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Now, if we go back to, I think it's select army. No, it's going to be select province, county. We're calling them counties, not provinces. Yeah, so, okay, so on this one, when we right click on a province, our currently selected army is start timer is true. So let's see if this works. I don't know. I feel like we didn't do enough shit going on here to get it to work. But we will find out. It's thinking. Great army. So that thing hasn't popped up, which is we don't want it to pop up. Clicking on this, it still hasn't popped up. Oh, I forgot about that other bug. Right clicking on this should have it pop up. But I just thought of an issue. No, it shouldn't matter, but let's test it anyways. The issue I thought of is if we don't click on something, when does it start keeping track of this shit? Let's go back to here. And I gotta remember this other. We need to put this issue in my issue list. The other one that I keep thinking of. I see it for a second. It's this. So watch when you hit create army, it says the name and the player name, the army name, and the amount of troops in the army. But when you click on it, it changes it to this. It shouldn't change, so we need to fix that. I'm gonna put that in our thing here. Where it's right here, and it's just in dark mode. Let's add an item to this. Change army panel so it matches when army spawns. I'm not gonna remember what the fuck that is. We'll just have to do it soon. We'll do it right after that. We'll do it tonight, hopefully. Everything takes so long. You know, it's part of life. Okay, so anyways, let's start over. We'll get a test from the start. Okay, we select our province, we create an army, everything still works. We're gonna hit that, and then when I right click, I'm pointing at it. I'm pointing with my hand and my mouse. When I right click, this should be the current time, should match that. It looks like it does. So that isn't an issue. That works. We probably don't need this shit though. These debug logs, we'll just get rid of these so they're not piling up. Then the next step is, and we'll get rid of them for real eventually. The next step is when the it's gonna be under here. When the local hours equals the local or the timekeeper hours, and when they equal the same. I also saw another. I just thought I saw another bug here. Let's put this in here. What happens when the hours go over 60? So currently, it counts off a, wait, 60? How about 24? Currently, it restarts. It restarts the hour count. But that isn't going to work depending on when the army has been started to move. So basically, if we started at 2300 and it's 2 hours, it's going to think it's 2500 and it's never going to get to 2500. That's the issue. Add that in there. Let's put this up here. We'll do the panel one first because that's easier. But let's do this first. Currently, it will work until if local hours is equal to timekeeper hours. And what is that? 2 ampersands? I can't remember. Local minutes is equal to time. Oh, we gotta. We gotta do this. It's gotta be this thing. Will they ever equal each other? How about greater than and equal to? And debug log time is up. I think this should work. I think we're gonna still have that other bug we had like on day one of this 60 hours ago. Okay, create army. This is still working. We can click here. This is gonna go now. Once these match, I guess we could speed up time. Go 4x. Time is up. It stopped count. Oh, because the timer it went back. Wonder why it stopped counting. Actually, it should be. Time is up should be running in the background forever. Let's do it one more time. Oh, it's doing time is up right now. Oh, because time was up. But it stops. I think it stops when. Oh, you know why it stops? Okay. This is the we're actually on this issue right here is what's happening. It's so this stops being above because the local minutes kick down again, and then it's all fucking confused. So what is the easiest? So we have this last check time. We have a forever counter that counts. How does that forever counter work again? I mean, I know where's my timekeeper? Only wrote that like last stream or something. Yeah, we don't need seconds anymore. What? That's too short a time. Minutes and hours. So all this is just keeping track of that. It's just some counter. Does it ever go down? Oh, I remember. I remember now. We were a little bit I was a little bit worried about how long we could count this for, but I think I made it like a float or something so that we could, yeah. Yeah, if we run out of numbers, I don't know if we will ever run out of numbers though. I looked and it was, like 100 billion, million, trillion, quadrillion. So let's pretend like we're not going to ever run out of numbers. And we'll wait until we get some weird, a year from now we'll get some late game bug. So we could do this. So this is what I was thinking. We could do uh what is all it? Let's get this debug shit out of here actually. Now it's confusing me. Let's get this out of here. Got a little thing right here. All right. You know what it also should do though? On here, it should change just while I'm here. This should be false. Um, Sorry, I gotta turn this music up. I like Love the Damned. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to that band, but holy shit. I've been like listening to them nonstop for like 2 years lately. Okay, so that should go false. I like got sidetracked. This is fine, but we could use the forever timer. We just need another variable. Last time checked, that is in use. Local forever timer. Then we would go down here. Where's my first run thing? Why does this look like so little code? As time to destination set equals true, local forever timer equals. Oh, I called it forever counter. Do we want to rename that? Let's rename it. Where's my timekeeper? I like to rename stuff. I just out of the blue, I like to rename things. I like a huge. I'm so picky about my fucking variable names and stuff. It's like I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Look at it. Look at how this equals goes down here. That's terrible. I just noticed that. Let's do this. I mean, I know why it kind of is like that, but this should go up here. Okay, much better looking. Okay, so this is so the first run is going to set this local forever timer. You know the bummer with this is currently only going to work with one army because the local forever timers. Well, army movement is. Oh, it is its own script. I bet you it doesn't work though. I bet you we need to put. We're gonna have to do the local forever timer on the army. I'm almost positive. I'm gonna put that note in here. Uh, okay, so that's gonna equal that, and then back down here, we can just get rid of this shit and say if local forever timer is equal to greater than greater. Oh fuck, that's not gonna work. um, my whole plan was just thrown into absolute chaos. Because so the reason why this isn't gonna work is because we need to add in this. So we need to convert hours to hours. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So what's an easier way to do this? We need to compare two times. And we need to think it through. I'm like jumping mentally between like the local forever timers or how would we do that? If we wanted to convert, I feel like that's a bad idea. The forever timer is fixed delta time, which is 0.02 seconds, right? But it isn't accurate. I don't think. I don't think it's really as fixed as we think it is. It's just as accurate as we can get. Which physics and other fixed frame rate updates are performed. But if you do this, um, I don't think this is gonna work how I think, but let's. I'm hoping this is gonna blast the console. It might even crash it. Uh, with time. Okay, it didn't. It does not. So it is 0.02, and it's not changing. For some reason, I didn't think fixed delta time was that accurate. Is as accurate? I thought it was like it tried to be really accurate. What if we do stuff? Does it affect anything? I mean, we don't have much going on here. Okay, so if we could convert, we don't need this shit here anymore. We could convert. Tix is currently 500, but we want to. That's like a variable that we fuck with elsewhere. We would have to call. This would have to be a public variable, or no, it'd have to be a public static variable, and we'd have to fucking hard code it in. It's currently we're not going to put it there forever. It's just a temporary thing so we can adjust time as we're programming. Because we might be. I think right now it's too slow. Like time is too slow for having a strategy game. You know, like a day. Like if we hit play on. Well, we got a bug in here. If we hit play on this, what do you want? If we hit play on that again, you know, like a day takes 3 minutes or something. Maybe longer. So we could try to convert the hours, or we could go. So that's our option right now. Man, I've been. How long is about 20 minutes thinking about this? Well, the one easy part got done in like 5 minutes. Okay, so the other thing we could do is what is resetting these things? I just had a. We could use a getter setter actually. Okay, this also doesn't take into account if things take more than days. Let's put that over here. Army movements might take days. Needs to work with days. Yes. We're not going to get too stuck on that just yet, though. We just want to record it so we don't forget about it. And then, like I said, 6 months down the road, we're like, why the fuck did everything break? Okay, we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to use the forever timer for that. It's not going to, it's just an extra complication. And I don't think we need to do it. I think we can get a getter setter on these and say like, hey, if it's above 24, subtract 24 from it, and that's the new local hours. And if it's above 60, subtract. I'm pretty sure that's what we can do. Let's just comment this shit out of here. Because we're going to need to test this. No. It's going to be back to, this is what we're going to do. Oh, except that you know what's going to happen then. So what will happen is the local hours will be, let's say it's 25, it will become 1, and it will automatically kick off this thing, time, it will think it's already there. So how do we do this? I think that's what we want. Oh, we have to put in days is how we do it. Let's put in days later. Oh, wait, we got to do it right now. Okay, so let's move this to the top of our list. That's how you do it, is you put in fucking days. Okay. This will we'll be able to mark something off today. Well, we can just delete this one probably. We already figured out we'll mark this as done. We figured out what happens. Shit breaks. We'll close this issue. And we'll put it where to go. Are you gonna say you're done? Okay. We accomplished something. We figured out that shit breaks, which we knew was gonna happen. But all right, so let's do this. Let's go back to the timekeeper. Are we keeping track of days? I think we are. Yes. But we're not turning him into months or anything. And what we're going to do is, since this is going to be a post-apocalyptic game with magic and shit, I guess I should have explained that at the beginning of the stream. But what we're going to do is we're going to break the days into, or the months into 30 days apiece because we're going to be lazy. We don't want to deal with fucking 28-day fucking February and shit. Everything's just going to be 30 days. We'll have 12 30-day things. But right now, we're not going to worry about that at all. So let's just add in local hours, private ints, local days, local forever time. We don't need that shit anymore. We don't need this shit anymore. We're gonna not need that there. We need to put days into here though. And since I don't really know how this works still, because I'm just kind of half-assed it, I think what we can do though here is go. Actually, there's a much easier way to do this. We don't need the time. Days, we don't need to have them formatted. Day plus plus. I bet you our days aren't public. Day plus. We're gonna need that other plus. Timekeeper dot days. Yeah, it's not public. I try to make nothing public unless I need it. So I put everything private to start with, unless I'm absolutely certain it's gonna be used. Yeah, later. Fucking timekeeping, man. This is much more difficult than I thought. I was like, oh man, let's do a timer. When I was thinking about this like a month ago, I was like, this will be fucking cake. I need a static. And let's see if that breaks anything else. I still have this, even though there was a Unity update, this bug is still happening. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. Okay, so we got days. That's a space there, but we actually need a space here. Do we have that same issue going on? We do. Let's save this. Let's just comment out this. Can we do this without it fucking shit up? Let's see if we can get this to run. I don't know if we. Well, I think this might be fucked. But we're gonna hit play here. We're gonna get it going. Get it working. This song. What is the name of this song? So who's paranoid? No, that's the name of that. Perfect Day is what it's called, or Perfect Sunday. It has like a noise in it that sounds like my cat meowing. So every time I hear it, I think that there's something fucked up going on. Time is up, triggered immediately. Day zero, day zero. All right, this is gonna work. I know what you're thinking. You're like, that didn't work. We'll make this go, say 23, and we'll test it again. It should go to, we'll wait so it'll say 24 hours. We just need to test a variable that we can test here. I'm leaning like way back. My injured shoulder seems to have repaired itself mostly, but it's still now I'm all used to just leaning back all the time. All right, so this should, yeah, 20. Oh, I should have waited longer. What happened to you here? Why aren't you counting? Time is up gets triggered right away is why. Because we left this shit in here. Let's just do this then. And we will wait 1 hour. Speed time up so we don't have to wait so long. Oh, we need to do this first here. 26, yes. So that is correct. 26 is what we wanted to say. Now we're gonna make this thing, and I'm like doing hand signals and stuff. We're gonna turn this into a getter setter. And I still don't like putting the getter setter thing or properties or whatever the fuck you call it up here. But I'm gonna write it up here, and then we're gonna move it to the bottom. And I can't remember how to make one, so I gotta find the one we wrote together. Where was that thing? I think I stuck it at the bottom. Look at this thing. What do we got going on here? Get some more. Oh, here it is. Modified time. All right, I'm gonna tear this out of here and put it over on my other monitor, so I won't be able to see chat. If anyone is chatting, I can't see it right now. So what we want here is a public int. No. I mean, that's what we want, but there's an easier way to do this. We're going to start with local minutes because we want local minutes to kick over at 60. But this is actually going to become a different variable name. Well, it's not. But we're going to want all the other ones that are using local minutes to have a capital L there because that's what you do with properties or whatever the fuck they're called. Then we're going to go manually change this thing back to lowercase. And then we're going to set up the getter setter thing as a public. What is that thing? A float? And then we're going to call this local minutes. And so that way we just changed all these. So all these variables have just that we use where we use local minutes got changed. It's just an easier. I'm fucking lazy, man. I try to do everything as lazy as possible. So it looks like we need one of these things. And then we need to do get. And then we need to do return local minutes. Then it looks like, man, I'm so glad I figured these out. I didn't know this shit existed, and I was trying to do stuff like this, and I was just having all these stupid if statements and the updates. This is gonna be equals value, and then if yes is greater than or equal to 60. All right, so the local minutes are only used to get that initial snapshot. Oh, but we could be adding time to it. So let's say it's 10 minutes and it takes another 60 minutes to get somewhere, so it would be over 70 at that point. So if it's less than or if it's greater, it's just greater than. If it's greater than 60, do we want it to add an hour? We do. We want local. We want local hours. Wait, do we? Yeah, we do. Local hours. Plus plus. I can never remember with the if it's like plus plus or it's plus plus. I'm pretty sure. And then we want local minutes to equal minus 60, I think. Wonder if I should put that above. How the fuck are we going to test that? We can't test that because all we have is hours till arrival. Let's put, well, that was dumb. Let's put minutes till arrival here too. Private. What? Nope. Private ints. These are just temporary, by the way. Equals 50. Oh, shit. What happens if it's over? What happens if it's like 200? Can that happen? It can't happen. Because we'll say, so what we're doing here, I've been kind of like half-assed doing this, explaining this. So when so it's just like CK3 or any Paradox game besides Stellaris. You create an army. You got an army sitting here. And in Paradox games, you click here, and then you right-click here. No, that shouldn't work, but that's a different problem. And then a timer starts ticking down, and then when the timer's done, the army actually moves. And so the other way we were thinking about doing it is where we have them actually move along. But I think for now we'll do this. Maybe who knows? Maybe in 5 years we'll be like, this sucks, and we'll have the army actually move. We'll have to do like A-star pathfinding or something. But so let's say it takes no, it will never be over 60 minutes, 24 hours, and it doesn't matter how many days. So let's say it takes 2 days. It will. So it's going to do a measurement. We're going to put in like a list somewhere, like how long this takes to get to. We'll do some sort of measurement or something to find out the distance between these two. So but the measurement will say how long it takes, and it's going to basically replace these local or minutes to arrival. We're just using these minutes to arrival for testing. Yeah, so let's just put that in here. Temp amount of hours for testing. So that means this is where we rounded this shit off, but it also should have local, what did we call that shit? Minutes till arrival. I guess I could have looked right below it. Okay. So now it's going to add 50 minutes on, and it's going to add 23 hours on. And that should, for our test, that should work. But now we can go back to this. My thought process here. Oh. No, that's not going to work. Because this is going to get overwritten. So what I mean by overwritten is if we see local hours equals local hours plus 1, it's going to get reset to this number here when minutes kicks off. So when this kicks off, this is going to get reset. Unless we do it in the opposite direction. This seems like this is destined for fucking issues, though. Like if we put days, hours, minutes like that just seems like we're just waiting for some kind of fucking catastrophe to happen. The other thing we could do is we could add it to the hours or the hours till arrival. Uh, let's think about let's do some testing here before we get too carried away with what the fuck we're doing. What do you want here? Use compound assignment. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, okay. I will do just that. Oh, I guess I could have just had it fix it. Whoops. I will use the compound assignment. Okay, so if this is over this, I think that's going to work for our test here. How are we going to know that it's working though? This is going to add hours. Actually, let's not put this up to this just yet. Let's put 10 hours. Because we're going to have to wait 10 minutes for this to be able to test. We don't want that. We want this. I clicked on it. I swear I did. We should also opaque out this thing. It's hard to read when it's up here. So what did we get here? We did something wrong here. We said they had to wait 10 minutes. Okay, so we should have 10 hours. 10 hours and 50. This should, if we wait 10 minutes, well, let's create the army. Let's do it without waiting. We're at 1. Oh no, these are the minutes. These are the minutes fucking fly, man. Okay. I couldn't tell. I looked at the hours, looked right, but that didn't give us any. Come on, pay attention to the minutes, goddammit. Maybe the minutes are going too fast right now. Okay, when we click on this, so we want, well, let this roll over to there. I don't think that worked. Let me try one more time. It rolled over, but I don't think it actually added. I don't think that worked. Local hours equals. So that's when this changes. This is going to change here, and it should reset it here. You know, there's a much easier way to do this than to try to look at the goddamn game that's flying by. Then we can go to, we'll put both of these in here. Let me check my other thing to make sure I'm doing that right. Looks like I am. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't supposed to be using a different variable in this getter setter thing or whatever the fuck it's called. Plus. Okay, let's give this a shot again here. We can pause it too once the thing prints out. I should turn this off collapse as well. And create army. We click there, pause. Well, I guess that's just going to tell us that same shit though. It's wrong. Because we have the variable as 10. So hours till arrival. Yeah, this doesn't tell us shit. We can look at that though. We'll leave it in there for now. Timekeeper plus hours till arrival. Why isn't this updating it? Local hours equals local hours plus plus. That's +1, right? It doesn't tell you. I mean, if I put +1 here, it's going to tell me to fix it to that. Oh, it tells me to do that. Okay. Oh, that's fine too. Um. Oh, wait, no. We didn't let 10 minutes pass, or did we? We probably didn't let 10 minutes pass. Okay, so let's try this again. We gotta let 10 minutes pass. Oh, we got a bug. Oh, that's because I changed some. All right. It seems like it would be hard not to let 10 minutes pass. Okay, 10 minutes have definitely passed. Pause. We got to do this where it's yeah, this is useless down here. Useless debug log. Create the army. 10 minutes have passed. Select the army. Let's wait to there. Okay, that worked. I think. How the fuck am I supposed to do this math? This math that I can't. My brain doesn't work. Let's put another. I just debug log the shit out of everything, and then take them out later. I'm also gonna do like we'll do like a log thing for when like the game's working, and when we have players, we'll have it write to a log. It's probably writing to a log right now. In fact, I know it is writing to a log right now. All right. This should tell us much more easily. 0 and 0. Okay. That didn't tell shit. All right, where's my getter setter? I should probably put, yeah, some, what is this thing? When I first started programming, I would just put in the variable and then there'd just be like these fucking numbers everywhere. And I would be like, what is all this shit I was trying to remember? It's way easier if you just label everything in the debug logs. At least it is for me. That might do the trick for what we're doing right now. We just want to see a positive. Now we still need to see hours. Ten minutes have passed. Whoops. Oh, there's that bug I was talking about earlier. 73. Yeah, we need to know the local hours too. I think that worked, but we gotta have. Um, Local. One last time here. Ten minutes have passed. All right. That was like the most complicated waste of debug logging. Yeah, it worked. The fuck. All right, so we're also going to do this with local hours. We're going to do the same thing where we're going to rename this. Yeah, this is just out of laziness, man. Oh, except it fucked us down here. We don't want. Actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, well, that's fine. We want that. That's great. We're gonna put this in L. Little L. Oh, it's all upset now. That's okay too, though. Then we're gonna do a public int local hours, and then we'll get gets, and then we'll return hours. Then we're gonna set local hours equals value. You know, I always feel like I guess it doesn't have to equal value, but I feel like there's like, especially like in this, I feel like this is repetitive bullshit that you're typing. Like this whole thing, I don't understand why you can't just say like, hey, this is a fucking class. Like just know that this exists. Uh, okay, so this is basically the same thing, but just with the next number that only goes to 24. If local hours is greater than 24, uh, local days plus plus local hours minus equals. I really don't like this being up against this. I don't know why. Can I put a space in here? All right. It looks stupid with a space though too. There's no winning with me. We'll put it back. Is equal to negative 24. So to test that out, we will do that. And I guess we'll put some debug logs up here. Um, you know, we will just put these capitals. We'll put both these as capitals. But we need to distinguish between these. We don't know when this shit is going to be flying all over the place. Local minutes. I don't know why we're testing this so thoroughly. It's because I know myself. I know that there's some little bug somewhere that's always going to fuck me over. And if I don't test all the time, it'll just be an ever growing problem. Like we keeps getting this one bug, and I already know what it is. We just gotta. It shouldn't be that hard to fix. If we right click on something when there's no if we right click on something when nothing's selected, it currently throws an error. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Local is 23. I wasn't paying attention, so now I don't. Local minutes is 96. First one is 0, so we can take those ones out. Those aren't worth anything. We'll just take them out completely. Man, time flies so fast when you're streaming or when you're programming. Streaming too. Streaming programming. Let's do this again. Create the army. We want one of those Now we need it to be greater. We need it to be 2. Then let's pause this. So the local minutes one is 1 hour 64. Local hours has been changed to 2. And then it gets turned off. All right, I think that's working. So this is like a day later. I think that's working. With my, there's got to be an easier way to test, to read this shit, but I think it's working. And days will just go up forever. So back to this thing. This will be probably a if kind of think, can we just do and? Or do we want to do it if local days is equal to timekeeper dot days? Then there'd be another if statement in here. I don't know how this works. I assume like when the program's running, it goes, it checks local days first, and it says, okay, it's not equal, or we don't care. Let's try this. And local hours is equal to timekeeper dot hours, and where's my and button? My ampersand. Local minutes is equal to, we're gonna do this garbage casting. There we go. This turns off and timer is up. Time is up. Whatever. Okay, so we got these really far out, but that's okay. We'll just jam forward time once we start this going. We'll hit start. We'll leisurely create an army. We'll do it on here just to see how terrible this looks, because it looks terrible. And then we'll click here. We'll let some time go by. We'll put it up to like 4. Get a couple of days go by. Then we'll right click here. Now, oh God, that's impossible to see. Or not days, sorry, hours have gone by. I can't, yeah, that's terrible. Why did I decide to do it here? Fuck that, let's start over. We need to make that opaque. Let's start this again. We should probably do that immediately. Instead of me crying about it all the time. Oh, we didn't give it much time. Okay, let's do this. Is this army still, I don't know if we did anything to this thing. Can we make this thing opaque? Put background on canvas. I don't want an image. I just want, I guess it probably has to be an image. Let's add, well, let's try player quit handler. UI. Like this one has it on there. What does this one say? Timekeeper's got it on there too. Canvas back, it's just an image. It is just an image. I'm reluctant to, I don't know what I did to this. I shouldn't have left this sitting up in here. Add image. Let's make that less. I should have made it match that. Whatever. That's close enough. And this should be down. This should be on. Let's hope that I didn't fuck anything up with that. And this will be off. Yeah, actually, I don't think I did because it was just it's because I turned that off. All right. I don't know. I got obsessed with being able to see that shit. It's gonna be more white though. That's not gonna do us any good. And it do shit. All right, leisurely again. We'll do it down here. That's not gonna be white in the future, and this is where we might change around how this thing works. We will leisurely create an army. Then we'll sit around here at speed 8. Let's wait till like hour 20. Hour 20. Oh, look at this thing's like jiggling. I think that worked anyways. Let's do it without hour 20. I think it worked. I think it was fine. We don't need to test it anymore. I think we're good with that part. Oh, except we never waited for the time to be up. That was the whole fucking point. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh shit. I'm gonna take a break in a second here. Create army. Hit this. Right click. We don't have to be so leisurely anymore. 24. Oh shit. Oh, it can't be 2443. Who came up with our timing system, like the Babylonians or something? All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's speed this up. Let's see what happens when it gets to 2443. And I'm gonna go smoke once it gets there. I want to see if it stops. It's supposed to stop. Day 0, they're both at 0. It's at 20. Ah, it didn't work. It didn't work because the day kicked off. God, this is a pain in the ass. Because the day kicked off, but the other thing was not. Minutes wasn't equal at the same time. Where was that? Army movement. Yeah, so that's what it did. So the days when it got to like, so I think we're gonna have to do this like a 3 if statement. Like, hey, if the days are equal, then check this, then check that. Yeah, I think we are. But I'm gonna take a quick break. Oh, I want to test my other thing over here. Supposedly, if I just turn this on, it will reset itself. It did. It does a weird flash. Um, so, huh? All right. Let me pause my music, and I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. All right, I'm back. I was thinking, and this is like my common thing is to just keep adding variables, and that's never a solution. Like I used to just keep adding variables over and over again until I had like 40 bools doing stuff, and I don't think that's what we want to do. I think we can do. If local hours are greater, I don't think this is going to work though. And this other thing we can fix, I think, pretty easily. We just want this to say that's fine. If it's greater than 23, it adds a day. What? If it's greater than or equal to 24? So let's see. It's going to hit local hours. Let's see. I think that might do the trick. I don't know. Sometimes I just guess. My brain stops functioning and I go on pure instinct, and it works like 30% of the time. I don't think that the things at the bottom though are going to work here. We could probably make this a short. Whoops. Let's do it. Let's put this. No, we'll leave it like that, and we'll just run the time really fast. It's not that big of a gap. Okay, create army. Do this. We'll jam this up to, whoops, jam this up to there. What, I just turned on some gizmos. We are going to right click here. See, I think the issue is it hits. It hits the. No, it has to be equal to. So that stopped it at least. Is equal. Why didn't that work then? I don't think it's always going to be. I think the issue is it's where to go. It's maybe I don't know. Let's do it again. Let's test it again here. Test it 16 times. What's the, it's the cut twice. And I should double check the 24-hour thing. That was just like a random fluke that we hit that number. One day. Maybe I just wasn't even, like, my brain didn't work. Here's 23. Okay, well that worked. So why didn't it work the first time? Maybe I just wasn't looking at it right. All right, how are we gonna get this 24? What are we plussing in here? We're plussing in 23. Um, actually, right here should do the. I think that worked. I have a feeling none of this is working. Like I feel like there's something else. We're missing some. Like it's working. It's unreliably working. Maybe I'm down. I'm not. No, it worked that time too. I think. And this is going to be hard to. All right, how do we test this to make sure that it's really working? if we change this to 24, now we gotta just hit it 1 hour in, which is what I did, and I think it worked. We'll leave it at 1. Create army. We're less than an hour. Well, let's do less than an hour. No. But the hours kicked it over. Let's do this. Hit start. Let's do the math in our head. You know what we could do, actually? Create army. Pause it. So if we add, what we should have done is taken this minute addition off. But if we add 42 minutes to 50, did I say 53? No, 50 minutes. That's going to be 60, an hour and a half in 2 minutes. Yeah, an hour and a half. So that should make it 24 hours 02, which should kick it over to 1 day 002. This is gonna be hard to like click fast enough though. I don't know what the hotkey is to unpause this. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Now we're getting a bug. Oh, because it doesn't think that was selected. Motherfucker. So let's say 2. No, we have to be at the hour mark. We can unpause it. That's going to kick it over. So that's going to give us 13 minutes. To be 4 minutes or 4 hours, 13 minutes if I'm doing my shitty. So that's going to kick over 1 hour. I can't click fast enough. You know, there's another way we can pause this here. With spacebar. I forgot that even worked. Okay. You know, you can create armies while it's paused. We probably don't want that, but you know, no, we probably do. We want it to be, so we're gonna add 50 minutes. So now if I right click here, it's going to add 50 minutes. So that's going to be an hour. We're also adding 23 hours. So that should make it a day and 2 minutes. All right. So is this not going to work while it's paused? That's fine if it doesn't. Okay. So that does work. We did it. We did something. Okay. So after, how much time do we have left? We got 45 minutes. I only try to stream for, especially, you know, if I'm playing a video game, I'll go over a little bit, but I try to, programming wise, 3 hours about, you know, I'll do it when I'm not streaming, but I streaming 3 hours about the max I can do mentally. Okay, so once this is correct, it's actually going to move. And I think I deleted the code that we had. It was somewhere weird. I might have just deleted it to clean it up, but we had code for it to move. We also have the select county bug that's happening. If So if I select it, well, let's fix that. Instead of adding new things here, let's go to our list of what we've accomplished here. So this is done. It works with days. We did it. Close with comments. Get it out of there. Get this out of here. Army timer is working. That's it. It's just a getter, setter, and timekeeper. We didn't use a getter, setter, and timekeeper, but we did in the local time shit. I don't know. I probably should make better comments on these things we close. Change army panel so that matches when army spawns. Let's do this one. Wait, what was the issue? Oh, we actually have to get it to move. One day we're gonna get this goddamn army moving. We had it moving, but then it dawned on me that, in Crusader Kings, Europa Universalis 4, whatever, those type of games, it does a timer, and then if you right-click on promise, let's fix this bug, because this is an actual bug, and I should be labeling these as bugs. If you right-click on promise without selecting an army, you get a bug. Let's make sure let's knock some shit out here. Let's get some shit out of my in progress. We want to have this finished. We want to have the in progress shit, or whatever. So if I right click here, what happens? Oh, it really is. It's just if I right click here. Well, let's go to select county. I'm calling them provinces. They're counties. They're counties. Oh, you know what? It used to be in here. That's what all this crap is. Let's get this out of these vector shit. We're not using any of that anymore. Okay. Oh yeah, we were using smooth time and stuff. We're not using any of that yet. We're not going to use it here. It's going to be moved to army movement. Both these are. I don't think we need this shit either. It's not being used anywhere. Probably get like 1,000 bugs. This isn't being used. Smooth time is for smooth whatever. Okay, so we cleaned up that. We only have currently selected province is the only thing we're using in here. So if this is a right click, it says, hey, if this equals true, do this, else no army is selected. Oh, and what it's saying is this, it doesn't know, this doesn't even exist right now is what's happening, I bet you. Let's double click on this and it's going to go away. Well, it's easy to recreate that puppy. Oh, it didn't go away. What line did it say it was on? Uh, 57. What? Select county 42. That's just some event system thing. 42 is this else. I'm pretty sure it's because there's no army has been created yet. We haven't spawned an army, so it doesn't even know what this is. I'm pretty positive. Does it tell us which one it's croaking on? Well, system init 32 parse. Yeah, that's what it's croaking on. It's croaking on this thing because, like I said, it doesn't know. We haven't selected any army at this part. There's no army has ever been selected. Is army selected equals true? There's no army even created yet. So what we need to do I'm just looking at this thinking, because there is going to be very regularly in the game, there is going to be a time when there's no armies at all. And at the beginning, you're not going to have any armies. Maybe we could have armies, but I don't think we want to. I think we want it. So the whole goal is to have as many choices at the beginning of the game. You know, I get kind of frustrated when there's a lot of games that have like a single path that you got, you know, that you have to follow. And ours, we want to have like 10 different options for this. So I think we are going to put in here. We'll call this a public static bool. Like, what happens though if what happens if there's an army created and you just start clicking on other shit? I assume you still get the bug. So you create an army and then you right click. Yeah, you still get the bug. That is a large large thing, or that's just for because my eyes are so terrible. So this is basically just a bad. We need just another if statement in here that says like, um, if is true. So it can't see that because that hasn't been created yet. So we'll do another one, a public static bool, like right here. Um, uh, trying to move an army. Uh, if trying to move an army is equal to false, is equal to true. I'm going to shove this shit in here. This used to work though. No army is select. It's because it's crooking on this parsing thing. Because select army, whatever is null. And because it doesn't get anything until until you click on it. Click on an army. If I think this will work, but it's else it might be shitty code. Probably 90% of my code is shitty. Debug.log. Nothing is selected, so right click does shit. There we go. This is what we wanted to do. Do nothing when you're right clicking on a province. If you left click on a province, then right click on a province, it shouldn't do anything because it doesn't have any, and it doesn't matter. We're not wanting to do anything. Right, and left clicking and right left clicking on something and then right clicking on another thing is solely used for moving. Wait, we don't want to do that. I'm already in. Nothing selecting, so right click does shit. All right, so that is what we want, but now we got to turn this bool here. When you left click, on pointer click left, this is select this one. What is that one called? Select. Trying to move army equals true. How do you turn it off, though? This should make it. When you left click on another province, it should turn that off. We'll put this at the bottom, I guess. Should probably put some comments on here explaining what this fucking does. We'll just wing it. Then later, when I don't know what it is, I'll write some comments and have to track down with everything I just did. It's a classic Josh move. Let's see here. Josh is my real name. Right click here. Nothing is selected, so right click does shit. Once we click up here, yeah, this is perfect. What about over here? Great. We create an army. Let's right click on the army. All right, great. Left click on it. Right click over here. We don't have it. We don't have it to say that nothing is. This thing's just going to go to town, which is actually kind of what we want. Right click actually to stop this, but that's next. We want to get the movement working first. I don't want to leave this in a state of shit baggery. How much time? 30 minutes. This is fixed. We just janked this shit together. We janked this shit together. Here we go. Army must as well move to first person. We can do that one real quick. We can try to do my smooth damp thing. I can't believe I deleted that, huh? Let's see if this thing had this chat bot. Oh, did I close it? I had Mr. Chatbox bot. It had me. It showed me. I had it before, and then I compared it, but all my old chat, high demand. How do you use smooth damp to move a game object in Unity? Let's see what this bitch says. Yeah, I'm calling you a bitch, computer. Goddamn fucking AI. There's so many people so upset about this thing. I don't think, yeah, see, I don't think we're in this, we're not ready yet for the freak out. Here we want, this is what we want. This isn't the code I need. So I think this is it's a good learning tool, but not learning tool. It's a good tool for something, but the issue is we actually don't need, wait, maybe we do. The issue is that it's wrong often, and it's confident. In fact, this code could be wrong, and it's confident about what it thinks is right. So if you're inexperienced like me, it can easily fuck you, and you can just be going down a rabbit hole. In fact, one of my streams I did, it was like an hour long trying to figure out what it was doing, and eventually I just Googled it. But I do remember how this works to a point. So we want, in this one, do we want to jump into this right now? We should not. We should not jump. Next time will be the real army movement. Fucking A, dude. Let's do this other bug real quick. What was this thing? Change army panel. So, okay, so the issue is that when you select an army, it's putting an owner name and size in the army text, and we don't need this here anymore. So basically I do like this rolling deleting of stuff. I'll comment it out, and then later I'll delete it for real. And later might be 5 minutes from now, but it also might be 2 weeks from now. Okay, so this is putting owner name and size, but when we do our other one, all right, so when we spawn it, create army, when we spawn it, it's not doing that. We just have some manual shits. There's like tons of manual stuff in here. The goal is to get each working little part, and then once we have each working part going, we're going to expand from there, and we're going to expand and improve and expand and improve. The reason why we're doing it that way is because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I have made some other, like half made some other, 1/10 made some other games, and I figured out that it's easier for me to do it this way because I'm going to learn new things. I'm going to have to go back and rewrite like 90% of this code. So instead of like trying to work on like just like the perfect movement or the perfect whatever forever, you know, like build all this stuff on like clicking on provinces, it's better just to do each part individually in tiny, tiny baby steps. And maybe I should have said that at the beginning of all right, here's the issue. We want this to say, or do we want this just to have the name? Like, do we really need to say the name? And for now, we'll make it match. Let's tear this off and put it over here. You guys won't be able to see it. I won't be able to see chat, but who cares? It'll just take a second. Create army. I mean, it's almost as much time copying and pasting as it is just typing that shit in. See, this is where I should be putting text. So I like to also have a text file, which I think I started. We left that running. Text file that just has all the text in it. So you can easily edit all the text from one spot. All right, let's test this. And then if this is fixed, I was about to say, I think we'll push this to the master. No, I think we'll push it to the master or to the main. We're calling it main now. Okay, so this has the owner, and then if we click on this, it shouldn't. Yeah, we can't tell that it's adding it back in there, but it is. So that's fixed. We've done all sorts of shit today. We're fucking successful motherfuckers. This thing's done. This was the easiest thing we've done so far. Fix. We have done so far. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to put in here. Updated line 17. I don't fucking know. If you know, you can tell me. All right, so we're down. we've got rid of some of this stuff. Combat is. I put in this AI army creation. I mean, we need to do that, but I feel like fucking with an AI right now. Even just army creation, I think maybe we should. I don't know. Let's put this next to this. We need to add some resources. I feel like I'm tired of working on the army shit right now, and I want to work on something else next time. Well, next time we'll do the army movement, which could take the whole time. The finishing the army movement, that could take the whole time. It probably will actually, because there's a lot of steps to this. We got to have it so that when you right click, it cancels a movement. I mean, we're going to decide if we wanted to. We probably won't do that, but eventually we want it so just the same as CK3 or Europa Universalis. We're not trying to make a clone here, by the way. We're just using the games we like as an example and we want to make something better than them. We can't compete graphics wise, but I think we can compete other ways. Anyways, in CK3, when you move, when half of the time is up, you can't cancel it. So we want to have like stuff like that to happen. I kind of want to like move to something new though. Because we can come back to this. This is like episode 45 on the army movement. Let's do army, once the army movement's fixed, let's go to county improvements. Because that's going to be fun too. And eventually we're going to want to do like this zoom and WASD to control the camera. And that's actually kind of fun. And it's not that hard. Yeah, these province, like this is going to, yeah, we got a lot of army pathfinding through multiple counties. What I mean by that is if you like, so your army starts here and needs to move to here, you know, you can just right click and it needs to move through each one, you know, by the fastest path. So we're going to have like, you know, is it faster to go this way or is it faster to go this way? We're going to have, you know, figure that out. That's going to be hard. I don't know how the fuck we're going to do that. There might be, if we have, so, there is an A-star pathfinding thing that we could possibly use. Actually, the more that I think about it, let's put that in the notes here. Basically, what we can do is we can have so the A-star pathfinding, you basically it puts squares all over the place that you know the player can't see. But I think we might have to do it that way. It might be the laziest way to do it instead of writing our own pathfinding. Basically, it's gonna have it look at the points that we're gonna. I don't know. We'll have to fuck with it. That's a little above my level, but let's put this on. Where was that? Oh, what did I put in here? It seemed to have a starting point in the code that we need to figure out how to. This seems to have a starting point in the code. We also could just use A-star pathfinding. You know, maybe I'll mess around with it in my other thing. I don't want to close a comment. I just want to comment. Comments. Let's close. Let's save this. Close this shit. And then push the code to... I always close Unity before I do this. Before I push code, commit code, because it changes some of this stuff. Army timer is working. Got rid of the province. Right click bug. And what else did we do? Fixed fixed army panel info panel bug. There we go. Commit all this shit. And then we'll upload it. This is on the Army Movement branch, which we've been working on for 40 years here. And we're going to push it to that. And that is it for me tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. I will talk to you next time. Have a good night. Bye.